Hi Libra, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and yes, it's that time of month again. We are looking ahead at June, so next month, seeing what is happening for you in the month of June. This year is going super quick, I know, but make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the readings. We have a shadow work reading coming up on the 13th. I'll have to double check the date, but I coming up very soon anyway. Okay, they all sort of creep up really quickly. It's just this year is just going super quick. I don't know. It's going really slow but really quick. I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. This month we are using the Cosmic Messages Oracle as well as the Rising Moon Oracle to look at the general messages for you. And when we look at love messages for you, Libra, we have the Forest Spirits Oracle cards as well as the Romantic Lenormand. Okay, give my brain a second, guys. It's one of those days like the weather here in Australia has been like crazy lately, and we've been having, my local area is having a lot of bad flooding and things like that at the moment. So things have just been a little bit frenetic around myself, and I'm struggling to catch up. Not going to lie, my brain is a little bit behind at the moment, so I am sorry for any ums and ahs and whatnot as well. But like I said, make sure you subscribe and we'll get straight on into it for you. Pardon. Okay, Libra. So with the oracles, we're going to just get a bit of a general overview for the sectors here. So having a look at what you need to know for June 2025. Libra, what does Libra need to know for June 2025, please? We just had this same, I just shuffled the ish out of those cards. We had the same one that I've just pulled for Gemini in the Gemini reading. Give your inner critique a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. All right. So some of you need a vacation, not going to lie. Some of you, I'm getting the message about being kind to yourself. For some of you here, it's actually saying be kind to yourself through being kind to others. So, treating others the way that you wish to be treated seems to be coming through there a little bit as well. Just clarifying that overview message for Libra for June, please. We have the mice as well as the flowers there. So a lot of you with that mice here, you are sort of critiquing yourself on past versions of yourself, and things, you're just overstressing a little bit here. You're allowing things to eat away at your energy a little bit through that inner critique. Saying negative things to yourself, saying, oh, like, because I'm picking up very strongly that you always, oh, why do I always? Oh, you always do this. You always say it like that. It seems to be something that's very connected to your past self coming through as part of the inner critique that you're giving yourself, and understanding that, do you know what? You're a different person today than what you were yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be different once again. You're allowed to, give yourself a break from, holding all that past stuff against yourself, okay? Giving yourself a bit more time, love, energy. All right, get yourself a gift. I do feel as though for some of you there is the need to get yourself a gift, and with that saying, giving yourself a vacation day, that is the gift you need to give yourself. You need to give yourself a day off work, or a small little holiday, whatever. Obviously we all have money restraints and certain things like that, but giving yourself a holiday can also mean just taking the day off work and building a little blanket fort and hiding away for the day. It can mean just going to your local park and just, that's your little holiday. It's somewhere different from where you normally are. Giving yourself a little break, a little bit of space and time to really just be, rather than, be this version of yourself that is constantly nitpicking all your things. Give yourself a break from yourself, I feel, for a lot of you here, Libra. But just in general, splitting the month start, middle, and end. Start, middle, and end of June. What's going on for Libra in June? What does Libra need to be aware of in general for June, please? Start, middle, and end. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good month. Not gonna lie, it looks like it's a pretty good month, which is good news. So, you know, be kind to yourself, because you may actually have a good month in store here, and you need to enjoy it. All right. So at the start of the month, we are seeing the child coming through first. So look, there's that vacay day. Having the day where you choose to jump on the bed and, you know, be silly and go to the park and go on the swings, you know, go down the slide or whatever, you know, release the inner child, be kind to yourself, and give yourself a vacation day by releasing the inner child for a day, doing something fun just for the hell of doing something fun, giving yourself the gift of playfulness and excitement, you know, looking at the world with a sense of adventure again, rather than, you know, being so wrapped up in the stress that you've been living in. Take a chance. Okay, we have the clover there, so take a chance on just being a silly little child. Do something silly. Go and play in the mud. Go and jump in a puddle. Go down the slide. You know, whatever that is for you. There's the need to, you know, and for some of you, I am picking up here. It's a gift to yourself. You know, we did see that in the general overview. A gift to yourself. But for some of you, it's something that you loved as a child to either do or have, or something along those lines. So it's like, take a chance, you know, invest in yourself by, you know, going and getting some of those lollies that you absolutely loved as a child and just having them. You know, take a day off, have a vacation from the diet, you know, embrace that inner child that doesn't care about diets, so it just wants to eat those lollies or that ice block. I'm seeing like an ice block for some of you, like that you haven't had since you were a child. So like an ice block type thing on a stick. I'm seeing one of them. What are they called? It's like a long. It's like a hot dog, but it's like swirly. It's like the colored. I can't remember what they call them. I never was into those ones, to be honest. They're like fruit flavored and they're brightly colored, and they've got like a swirl pattern. I'm seeing those for someone there. We do have at the middle of the month, we have the stars coming through, but we have the clouds covering those. Okay, so the clouds came out like on top of that stars card there. So it's kind of like the clouds are covering the stars. The stars are your wishes, your dreams, your hope, your optimism for, you know, wish fulfillment, for everything to come true, everything to, you know, come up Libra. And the cloud is you clouding those wishes and confusing yourself a little bit and overthinking things, which is therefore clouding the potential, clouding the hope of those being able to come through for you. Maybe getting a little bit over anxious that these things are not going to happen. You know, so we do have wishes trying to come through for you, but we need to clear those clouds in order to let them come through. To clear the confusion around what you're wishing for seems to be heavy for a lot of you here, Libra. That you do really need to sort of take a second out in the middle of the month to really actually stop stressing so much. I'm getting a lot of stress from you this month, more than what is necessary for the month you're having. That's why we're seeing you needing to really embrace that inner child, because the second that you stop allowing yourself to have fun with life and be playful and just enjoy life, you start stressing again, Libra. And that clouds your judgment. that, that sends you into this spiral of overthinking, and then that leads to confusion and anxiety and depression. Okay, so it's very important for you at the middle of the month here to be kind to yourself, and remember those childlike moments, and really try to maybe express yourself in a playful way throughout the whole month, just to your own self, giving that inner critique, the one that's saying you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you can't have this. Give it a break, Libra. Sorry to rouse on you there, but it's covering your wishes up. You're never going to get to those dreams if you and having those goals come in for you here if you keep doing it like this. You're the way that you're stressing and overthinking things is you're actually blocking that energy yourself, which is a little bit worrying. I'm not going to lie. So, be very clear with yourself that, if there's clouds in the sky, you cannot see the stars. And the stars are, where you can make those wishes. So you cannot know exactly what it is that your goal setting or your dreams actually, having a clear view of your dreams and your wishes, which then allows them to come in for you. If you keep overthinking it and stressing about it and allowing the anxiety to cloud that for you, I just want to give you an advice card on that one, Libra. Just advice for Libra for the middle of June and for all this stress, please. We have the ring. Okay, so trust the relationships in your life. Rely on the relationships in your life. Look at the patterns and cycles in your life, and really ask yourself, this pattern of stress, does it get things done? This cycle that you're setting yourself into of just overthinking things and stressing about things, does it solve anything? No. You need to recommit to yourself a little bit this month, and this is what the ring is as your advice, is to recommit to yourself and to your relationship with yourself and to the cycles that you're wanting to break free from, and create new cycles. And that starts by recommitting to yourself that I am going to be kinder to myself so that I can allow myself to clearly see what it is that I wish for, what it is that I'm aiming for here, allowing myself to have that hope and optimism that, what, even if it's hard to be kinder to myself, do you know what? I'm going to allow the hope and optimism come through that, what, even if I don't think I'm good enough, maybe the universe does. So I'm just going to allow the universe to be seen a little bit more clearly here. If my inner critique keeps trying to tell me I'm not good enough, I'm not going to be good enough. But if I go, well, do you know what? I'm going to allow myself to just take a vacation from that, and I'm not going to keep telling myself that. I'm going to allow the universe to decide whether I'm good enough for that. You may be surprised at just a small change in that cycle, that pattern, and recommitting to yourself in a different kind of way here could actually really change things for you this month. The end of the month here, we do have the house and the garden. Okay, so we do have, this is quite interesting because the house does talk about stability and security. The garden is meetings, meeting people, being sociable. So on one hand, we're seeing the stable home life, but we're also seeing social public space coming through here as well. Wanting some extra clarification for you again. Like, you're asking me to keep clarifying here. Clarify the house and the garden for Libra at the end of June, please. Okay. Okay, so we have the moon and the letter clarifying that. So emotions, Okay, the moon comes through with emotions and intuition as well. So it's emotional stability. All right, that's kind of what I'm seeing here is um, emotional stability, emotional security, mental stability, emotional stability, um, coming through. The having strength and being feeling safe in your emotional self and your mental self, feeling safe and secure in that. So it does look to me as though you are sort of solving this issue of the overthinking. By the end of the month, you are in a much more mentally, emotionally stable place. All right, and that allows you to get out and about a little bit more in public, meet up with friends, go out, spend time out, in the world a little bit more, and communicate. Communication seems to be very strong here for you at the end of the month, especially when it comes to meetings and spending time with other people. It, it the garden can often talk about meeting in the middle, compromising, and I do feel as though there is the need to compromise and to communicate clearly and openly and honestly with others around you at the end of June here, in order to meet in the middle here. And also communication around meetings and, clear, open, honest communication in regard to meetings, invitations. I'm hearing presentations for some of you there as well. So you may actually be getting invitations coming your way at the end of June. You may be the one extending invitations to, "Look, we haven't seen each other for a while, let's meet up," that kind of thing. And that does seem to be the most prominent part of your energy at the end of June. So it's not really, it does seem as though you're on a much better track by the end of June. So definitely needing to take that vacation day just within your own self, in order to get to that, because there is a lot of wishes there available to you. It's just a matter of removing that anxiety for yourself this month as well. Love and romance for Libra in June. Love and romance for Libra in June 2025. Good news. A little messenger bird here, the bluebird spirit. Let this message of hope inspire you to keep going and lend your support to others. So like I said to you right at the start there, be kind to yourself. And for some of you, being kind to yourself is remembering to be kind to others as well. That's what this is kind of saying, that let this message of hope inspire you to keep going and lend your support to others. So for some of you, that may be what we're, communicating these meetings about at the end of the month as well, that, you're lending your support to others in some kind of way here as well, connected to love and romance. So for some of you, it's literally meeting people that you are wanting to lend support to, in that sort of a sense of offering them love, offering them support through a hard time. I do feel for some of you, it's not necessarily it's just the way that it's just for those of you, who are meeting people, going on dates and things like that, especially around the end of June there with the garden, that's the date card. Lending your support, being supportive, showing your supportive side while you are on that date is going to work out really well for you. Being kind to yourself and being kind to, whoever you're spending time with. It does feel like, especially around the end of June there. But we'll have a look at the start, middle, and end of June when it comes to love and romance for Libra. Looking at love and romance for Libra, start, middle, and end of June, please. Okay, so what did I say about being that playful little child, investing and taking a chance in, the child allowing the child out at the start of June here. We do have the clover coming back through at the start of June once again for your love and romance. So taking a chance, taking a risk, investing in someone. I'm picking up that for some of you, this is specifically, you being adventurous and doing something that is freeing your inner child at the start of June here actually has this kind of roll-on effect of, new opportunities in love and romance, okay? That it's giving you opportunities to invest and maybe meet new people. Like for those of you who are single, you maybe are actually meeting someone while you're, doing this childlike thing, this adventurous thing. So for some of you, it may be quite literal in that sense that, when you let that inner child out, that's when, all those doors open up to you and you're able to start, taking chances and investing in other things, because the key unlocks many, many doors, many, many opportunities for you. They're all very successful. Both these cards are very successful energies. So at the start of the month, you do have a lot of successful opportunities around love. So for some of you, this is quite literally multiple options of people as well. It's kind of like fortune smiling down on you, that where it's like you're going to a clover patch and you're picking up every clover you pick up is a 4-leaf clover, and that's what it's like for you. Dating at the moment is every person that you look at is an opportunity for you, kind of thing. A lot of opportunities for the single Libras at the start of the month here. And they all could be potentially successful as well. I'm not really picking up on anything. I feel like you're going to know as well, but it's important for you to be kind and supportive to these people as well, because that's going to help you really work out where your best opportunities are, and that you're investing a little bit of yourself into these connections, and it's going to pay off for you, I feel, in the long term. For those of you, it's talking about, when you're in a relationship already, investing into your main opportunity is where success lays for you. They're giving a little bit more, jumping in the deep end, taking a chance on this person to be a little bit more supportive or whatnot, is definitely going to pay off for you here. The middle of June, we see your intuition at a high point. We have the cross and the moon. So those both do talk about a very spiritual connection here, a lot of emotional, intuitive energy for you when it comes to love. It's kind of like you're just, your emotions are just guiding you to exactly where you're supposed to be when it comes to love and romance. Okay, trust, have faith that things are going the way that they need to, even in the moments where it doesn't seem like it. Just trust, just trust, just trust. It's coming through very strongly. Very spiritual energy for you in the middle of June, just in general, especially, when you're allowing that to come from your heart space, and you're allowing, romance and heart to take over in the middle of June. Your intuition is really going to shine bright and show you exactly, where to go, what to do, what to say, how to be, when it comes to love and romance. And we definitely see you moving in the right direction, one way or another, because at the end of June, we have the stars and the ship. Wishes being granted, and you're on the right path, you're on the right adventure. This is, moving in the right direction, definitely. Moving in the direction of where all your wishes and dreams are, it's like all your ships are coming in, at the end of June here. Everything that you wish for when it comes to love and romance is on its way. Definitely on its way. For some of you, it's hitting at the end of June here. Some of these, ships are sort of landing in your port. These adventures are just beginning for you, sort of thing. It's like because for some of you, you may see evidence of these wishes coming true, at the end of June. But it's kind of like the new adventure just begins, which the wishes are the new adventure in love and romance, I feel, for a lot of you. But some of you are going to see evidence of that, but others of you, it may just take a little bit longer. The ship is relatively quick though, so I wouldn't say it would be much further than the end of June. But for a lot of you, it's going to, you're going to have this inner knowing, and just have this emotional faith in knowing that it's happening and it's moving in the right direction, and that it's really going to feel like the start of an adventure, the start of, it's like, how when you're about to go on holiday and you have that like excitement, like you don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be an adventure, it's going to be exciting because this is the first time I've ever traveled to this place. That's how you're going to be feeling at the end of June about love and romance. Okay. So looks like it's going to be a good month. So stop stressing so much and be kinder to yourself, Libra. That's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.